Hi everyone, you may have seen that I recently joined a lawsuit against Google, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why I think the case is important and why I think it's now finally time to start fighting back against these technology companies. So the basic idea of the lawsuit is that we want to get Google declared a common carrier. Think about a toll road. If you're a private company, you own a toll road, you can't not let people drive on it based on the color of their skin or their political viewpoints. And we think Google is a digital version of a toll road. It's a digital information highway. They shouldn't be able to censor. They shouldn't be able to block people based on their political viewpoints, based on their race, based on whether they have a competitive business with Google. Now, what this would do is actually open up the door to preventing Google's censorship of conservatives and conservative viewpoints. You may not realize that Google actively manipulates its search results so that you see positive stories about liberals and negative stories about conservatives. This isn't just about what Google presents to people. It fundamentally changes the way that people think if you're constantly being fed biased information by what you think is an unbiased source. And that's exactly what Google does. If we don't start pushing back against that biased presentation of information, we're ultimately going to give Google control over our entire society, because if you control what people see, then you control what they think. And if you control what they think, you control how they vote. We saw that in the 2020 election, where I think maybe the most fraudulent thing that happened in the entire election is that big tech actively censored negative stories about Joe Biden. That is not a real democracy. That is not a real republic. And it's time to finally push back against this stuff. This lawsuit is just one effort to push back. There's Section 230 reform. There's an antitrust approach where you break the companies up. There's maybe making it illegal for these companies to steal our data in the first place. All of these things have to be on the table if we want to live in a real republic. I'm proud to be endorsed by Josh Hawley. I'm proud to be supported by the types of people who are actually fighting back against this stuff. It's time to stop sending mean letters to Google. It's time to stop saying we need to do something and actually do it.